Hello everyone, my name is Philip Alom and I want to thank you for joining me today at Let's Talk About Worship. This is where we engage the scriptures to reveal God's mind about the subject of true and acceptable worship as recorded in John chapter 4 verse 23 to 24. And our goal is to be able to create a worship culture that is pleasing to the Father at all times. Today we want to talk about voice range development. We started this about 2 weeks back, and it's going to be our third session. And of course, we're going to be going through some practical exercises. So let us get right on. Last week, we addressed the issue of focusing on the connection between the low note and the high note. We also addressed the tongue involvement in maintaining a straight and a clear sound. The third thing we addressed was the contribution of the jaw, what the jaw is contributing to maintain a straight sound. And also, lastly, making a conscious effort of not squeezing your face when you're singing because it stiffens the muscles in your neck area. And this takes away from the quality of the sound that you are producing. So this week, we are still on the voice range development. So I want to start with this sound. I know you're not a stranger to that sound. We've been going over especially this sound for some time. So yes, so you can go ahead and do that. Now I want us to introduce let's introduce something into this, and we can try it in different range. Easy, right? Do mi so mi do. So you try it. You can pause this video to be able to try to be able to do it as much as possible. So let's introduce range into it. So you can try this in different range. Now, when you're trying this at first, it may be easy for you and it may not. It may be high for you, or you may be experiencing some jamming, the jamming of the root of your tongue. It is quite understandable. You may even feel tired or experience a squeeze in your neck area, towards the end right there. This is normal. This is normal. What is happening is that the muscle may not be used to doing it the way that they will be used to doing it soon. When you don't give up, when you keep practicing, just give it time, and you will see that they will start to engage properly if you don't stop rehearsing. So be inspired to practice, and you will see a major change when the chords begin to come together and the vibration, they begin to produce your desired sound. But while doing this, please be careful not to mix resonance with range. What we're focusing on is range. We're focusing on range here. We're not focusing on the style, and this is very important. When I mean resonance or style, I mean like you singing a song, Amazing Grace, how sweet that sound. Amazing Grace, how sweet that sound. Just something like that. We're not focusing on the style right now. We're not focusing on the hard lip. Those will come later. But we want to strengthen our range, and we also want to strengthen the quality of the sound, the tone. Yes, that's the word. Where the tone that we're producing. So all that will come later. So to continue to proceed, I want us to make the E sound. E sound. And as we're making that sound, I would like you to please touch beneath your jaw towards the beginning of your neck area, somewhere here. I believe you can see where I'm touching right here. And let's make that sound. E. Now, when you are making that sound, it's very possible that you make it in such a way that this part that we're touching will be stiffened. It will be hard. That's not our goal. That's not our goal. And I'm going to be explaining very shortly. So let's try to make that sound with you maintaining this part still soft with the E sound. I know you can do it. So let's do it. E. E. You notice that what I'm doing is E, not E. You will see this place shooting out E, and it's really hard. That's not our goal. That's not our goal. So we need to make sure that that part is soft and is not stiffened. So I want us to introduce this to a range. I want us to introduce this to introduce the E sound, and let's put range into it. E. Let's do it again. E. So what you're going to notice is that when you notice that the muzzle in that part, the muzzle here was engaged when we hit the high note. So you can see that that muzzle was engaged by the time we got to the high note. So I want us to do it again, but this time let's make a conscious effort as much as possible not to stiffen up that muzzle. You are producing a high note. What we're doing is we're producing a high note without changing the position of the larynx. And the good news is that when when the muzzle releases, we will be able to have a seamless range, due to muzzle isolation and the chords that we're going to be connecting, the flexing without the engagement of that particular muzzle. So let's do it again, introducing range into it. Let's start lower. So you can go on and on and on with different ranges. If you are opportune to have a keyboardist that can work with you, you can do that consciously. While you're doing that, you're feeling that muzzle to make sure that you are trying as much as possible not to engage it so that it doesn't get stiffened. Yes, it will change, but not hard. But not as hard. Definitely it's going to change when you're going higher. So that's for the high range. And now our goal is that we want to be able to sing as high as possible, and we also want to work on our depth as well. So let's do the same sound while going lower, touching that place, that location. Don't forget it. All right, so let's do it. So you try it as low as possible, as low as you can go, and you keep practicing. You find out that as your range, is increasing, so also as your range is increasing, towards the higher side, so also your depth is you're also deepening your depth, and you'll be able to go lower and be able to sing some very low notes as well. So let's note that this is about training. You know, the training is the same. It is all about isolating the muscles, isolating the vocal cords, and be able to engage them in vibration. You connect the cords, and you'll be able to achieve it, you know, without moving around. Of course, with moving around. With moving around of your body as much as possible. That, I tell you, it loosens things up. It eases things. Your muscle, you're relaxed. It really helps. So when you're singing or when you're doing these exercises, don't forget, just move around, feel that part, you know, the muscle, make sure it's not engaged, and just move around. It's a process that you will so much enjoy. And also you can also practice this with moving your mouth around. You know, we did this exercise before, like so you're moving your mouth around. Yes, the sound is changing, but it is not affecting the quality of what you are producing. And this helps with ad-libbing. You know, you can it helps a lot with ad-libbing without changing the quality of the sound that you are producing. So you can try that. You know, move your mouth around, produce the sound, and see that, and make sure that your voice is not breaking. Make sure that your that your sound is very clear. Yes, the moving around of your mouth will change the sound, but don't let it affect the quality of what you're producing. If you're doing that and your voice and you know, the root of your tongue is jamming, you're experiencing squeezes, then go back to the exercises that we've done in the past. You know, the rolling of your tongue, the biting of your tongue, and all. So be inspired. Don't forget, be inspired to practice. Practice the ng sound, the biting of your tongue, you know, the ha sound. Sing it breathy, sing it connected, sing it with ease. Go a little low, go, you know, from octave to octave. And, you know, when you do this, it will develop flexibility, and at the same time you also be developing your strength and the quality of the tone that you are producing as well. So thank you for joining me this week. We're going to stop here today. We'll continue next week. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Philip Olaomi Music, to be notified when we post more videos. And Philip Olaomi Music on YouTube and also on Facebook as well. Philip Olaomi on Instagram and Philip Olaomi on Twitter. Also, like this video, share this video for others to be better. Let them be blessed just as you are. Thank you for joining us this week. God bless you. See you next week. Amen.